quick trip just to make sure we said we got here.
Right. It lasted 100 days.
Yeah, 12 weeks. 2 million soldiers, 500,000 vehicles, and 3 million tons of supplies across the beaches. Wow.
So far we got gold in Omaha.
There's Utah Beach, there's Juneau. 2 million over the months that the operation was going on. There were like thousands and thousands of people that were killed every day. And I mean, when they come up in those landing crafts and the gates drop and you're just running ashore, oh my gosh. You can see how shallow it is. So, you know how sometimes you get close and sometimes you can't get close?
With the boat?
With the boat?
Yeah.
Now imagine you've got a pack, you're in your waist of water, and somebody's shooting at you, and you've got to get ashore. And you saw that shore, how long it takes you to get to where you've got some cover and concealment. If I remember correctly, the Germans kind of felt like this was a very defendable beach, and you know there was no way the Americans would look to land here because of the challenges. Many traces remain on the panoramic table, so we're going to take a look at that. Wurzburg radar mounting. This is where the Germans had the radar. The installation was destroyed by the Allied Air Force a few weeks before Overlord. Operation Overlord was the whole thing.
So the Phoenix, was that like the big cruise ships?
Those are the reinforced concrete things you see out there.
What's that?
Is they'd float these things in, and they'd sink it, and then they'd connect it with that, so that you could build the thing from out there. They could bring the ships in, and then drive the vehicles in.
Across the bridge.
Yeah. They would call it the Steel Beach, because you would bring all that stuff in, and then you bring supplies in. It's not exactly easy to get the vehicles ashore, and then how do you get a vehicle up here?
Were Rangers like the only representatives from the United States?
No. There was divisions. Army, Navy, and the Army Air Corps.
So you're telling me we're driving on the road, the Rangers came in?
Yeah.
So that flag with the two yellow lions?
Yeah.
It's like a coat of arms of Normandy. The two lines represent Upper Normandy and Lower Normandy. Created in 1939. What's the Pointe Du Hoc?
Pointe Du Hoc is where the Rangers scaled the cliff. This is where the Rangers had their first big, successful
Raid?
For days before people would show up, they would shell just relentlessly.
The Germans did?
No, the Americans did. From the big 16-inch guns, so it would shoot a projectile 16 inches wide, and it weighed about as much as a Volkswagen.
Jeez. The front area was a 155mm gun emplacement. What's a gun emplacement?
That's where you put the artillery piece, and it would face out, so you could prevent anybody from trying to do an invasion here. But they felt, because of these cliffs, that it was impossible for anybody to do. And this would be where they'd store all the ammo. We're on this one. This was before it was enclosed. Because what they wanted is they wanted to make sure they had overhead cover. But they were put in here until they completed them. But they only completed 2 of them before the invasion.
This building was the American hospital during Berlin. Mm-hmm. It was next to the beach. And then moved here after the war. Mm-hmm. It was a cinema. And then the museum since 1999. The family hopes to make a bigger museum. You have just 50% of the collection. It's very compact, in fact.
Yes.
So
this is what the boats on the inside of the boats look like. Going through, can you imagine going through the waves? And then they would land like this. These are all the dead bodies and the people making it ashore, trying to get in. But you can see how it was built up, and these are supposed to prevent tanks from coming in and make it hard for vehicles to get through.
How did it end?
Well, we liberated Normandy. Hitler died, and all of his generals and officers were held and accountable. Nuremberg trials. A lot of them were hung. A lot of them were imprisoned. And then unconditional surrender of the Nazis, Italians, and Japanese.